Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Guillermo again. Today I wanted to go ahead and make a quick video talking about tips and tricks that I've learned over the past few years that I've had the S550. Not just the Shelby, you know, I've only owned this car close to 2 years, but I have been in another two Mustang GTs with the MT82 transmission. And so I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about some tips and tricks that I've learned over the time that I've owned these cars to go through the gears quicker while racing, while daily driving, some of the things that I've learned, you know, and if you know a little bit of mechanically what's going on and how, you know, manual transmission works, you're probably already gonna know all of these things, but, you know, it's just a lot of people out there that could really learn a thing or two, and even your components like the clutch and things like that are gonna last you a heck of a lot longer if you follow these steps. I also wanted to emphasize a lot on the fact that these cars, they came with what's called the clutch assisted spring, and the problem with the clutch assisted spring is basically that it's helping, but it's also it's helping you have a softer, I guess you could say, a softer clutch. And obviously these cars were catered to the majority of the people out there, which is going to be anywhere from young audience all the way to older people. So I mean, they want something that is going to be good, comfortable to drive for the majority of people out there. But in order for you to really feel the engagement point of your clutch and your transmission, and just overall be a little bit more connected to the car while driving it, you're gonna want to take this spring out, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do that. So let's go in the car, and then we're gonna for a little drive, and then show you guys what I've learned and some of those tips. Alrighty, so we're back in the garage, and I actually already got the spring out because it's really difficult to be able to get it on camera, but I wanted to kind of show you guys where it's located in the car, and it's really easy to get it out. I mean, you just move your seat back, get in here, and there's where the spring goes. In this little stud, it sits like this. Let me, so basically it goes in there. And what you want to do is just push the pedal, and then with your other hand slide it over to the right, and then it should come out. It should spring out. It should be really easy. And then you just let it go, and you're pretty much good to go. But this is gonna be your spring. We're gonna go ahead and test drive it now. So just something that I wanted to talk about real quick about this spring is, compared to the MT82 springs, aftermarket springs that are out there, is that this spring is actually very hard to compress. So it's actually doing a lot for the driver. So I think by removing it, we're actually going to see some gains on drivability, and me as a driver being able to kind of see when it's going to be engaging. But anyways, compared to the aftermarket springs for the MT82, the other ones, I mean, you can compress them with 2 fingers. It's very easy to compress, whereas this one is still very tough. Hopefully today, but right off the bat, on my way over here, I was able to feel the clutch out and feel it without the spring, and it feels 10 times better. I mean, obviously the clunking of coming from the clutch is not completely gone, but it is a lot more manageable. From a get-go, I could feel that even whenever I felt like it was about to chatter, I could manage it better with the clutch pedal and the throttle. So I mean, that's a huge improvement. So I'm definitely probably gonna keep this spring off completely. So another thing is the way that it shifts, as far as you guys are about to see. But I did a little 1 to 2 wide open throttle pull on my way over here, and it felt amazing. I mean, the car did not lock me out like it usually does. So I definitely think that it is, you know, it is a huge improvement. Now I can actually bend the gears like I'm used to, and how I used to do it with the stock clutch, which I'm super happy about. I actually will save a lot of money not having to you know, spend the money on another clutch, and dropping the transmission and all that is a pain in the ass. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what I'm talking about as far as the tips and tricks. And I'm probably not gonna go as fast because it is a cold day, and I don't wanna, I got a space here to do a little bit of a pull, so I'm gonna show you guys. So if you guys have, like I said, anything 2011 and up, Coyote Mustangs with the MT82 or just the Shelby, give this a shot. I mean, worst that can happen is it's too stiff for you, so you just put it back on. But to me, I love the feeling of it being a little bit stiffer. That way you can actually tell when your clutch is about to engage, and it just, I mean, it's night and day. I mean, it's crazy different. So if you want to go fast on your manual car, the first step, first thing that I've learned is that, and what I mean by that is that you want to do the shifts quick. I mean, you don't want to be messing around. Whenever, let's say we're coming to second gear, when you're flooring it and you're getting close to red line, you start pushing a little bit. You start pushing a little bit towards the next gear. I'm not saying gorilla pushing, but just a little bit, just so that you can get the motion started. Obviously, if you're pushing too hard, that's not going to be good for your transmission, but you start kind of like guiding it towards the next gear. So a little demonstration, you start kind of guiding it, so that way whenever you clutch in and it allows you to get out of that gear, your hand doesn't, you're not losing as a driver any time in between your brain telling your hand, okay, it's time to move. It's already moving that direction. So that's just a little bit of that little second, half a second makes a ton of difference, especially when you're racing somebody. I mean, these automatic cars have gotten really, really fast, and if you don't believe me, I mean, these manual vehicles can still be very, very competitive. You just gotta invest in your driving skill. A lot of people, they go out and they buy a show throw shifter, they buy clutches, they buy all this nonsense, and you could actually benefit a lot in just investing in your driving, because at the end of the day, that's something that is free. It's something that is always going to stay with you, something that you're always going to be able to perfect, and nobody's going to take that away from you. It's the best investment. If you have a stock vehicle, whether it be a base model or a performance pack, or a performance package, I mean, these S550s, they come so good from factory. Doesn't matter what you have, that you can go out there and just have fun. You don't have to be modifying the heck out of them just to make it faster. Make yourself faster as a driver. First, invest in yourself. You know, go to autocross events, SCCA events. Talk to people who you might know that you can learn a couple things from, and surround yourself with people that know what the heck they're talking about, and they can give you pointers to becoming a better driver. I mean, it's gonna go a long way. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick right here. This is from a stop, and I'm gonna try to get up to speed, but the car before used to be very clunky, and it just will drop on RPMs as soon as it engaged the clutch. Now it's just very, very progressive. So it's basically like stock. I mean, the chattering will still be there. That is not gone, but now I'm able to just not have it anymore, or keep it to a very, very minimal, because now, you know, I'm able to see when it's gonna do it and what kind of input as a driver I need to give the clutch pedal so that way it doesn't chatter on me every time that I'm driving it. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. So we're about to start heading back to the back road, and I just wanted to show you guys. I mean, this car is so beautiful. I am so glad I have it. It's been my dream car, and you know, I just needed to stay true to myself to keep it and to, oh shit, I gotta go to the other side to mount this. I just wanted to be true to myself to actually get the car, because I told myself when I was younger I was gonna have one, and I actually can actually see what's going on. It's a pretty cool road. It's just very, very slick. You're about to see why. But yeah, I mean, wow, there's really no chattery at all anymore. A little bit, but it is like, at least, if I could say, at least 70% of it is gone, and I don't have to deal with a stupid chattery feeling. So, not saying that the RXT is bad or anything like that. The RST is gonna be the one that you guys are gonna want to go with, the ST. If it's a street car. Now, if it's just a dedicated race car, then put the RXT. And if you still have the stock clutch, well, you're lucky. Let's see. All right, now we're gonna put it on track mode. I always like to keep my traction control off when I can. All right. That thing is so slick back there. Nowadays, these cars have become so affordable that you got the guys who are coming from way less powerful vehicles getting these V8s, not just the Mustangs, and they're actually crashing them. It's not because it's a Mustang, it's because it's a non-driving person. And you know, another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is why did I decide to make a YouTube channel? I decided to make a YouTube channel because I feel like I got a pretty good head on my shoulders as far as understanding these cars. You know, obviously I've learned a lot, especially watching Alex's channel as well. And it kind of pisses me off that every time that I go on YouTube and the first thing I search is just Mustang, because that's all I really care about. I can't care less about supercars. That to me, it doesn't really, I don't really care about. Even when I was a little kid, living in El Salvador, not knowing I was gonna move over here to this country, I always thought to myself, man, like if I could get into a car, it would be a muscle car, and it'll be a Mustang. You know, I always saw how the Mustang sounded. I would hear him on TV, and that was my dream, you know. And but anyways, not getting too much off topic, is the fact that whenever you go on YouTube, it's all about guys and these big YouTube channels, because they are big, they got a lot of subscribers. They just talk about nonsense, and I mean, you don't really learn anything from that. It's just about buy my merch, this and that. I mean, it's just a waste of time. I cannot even make it throughout the halfway of the video without wanting to skip out and watch something else, and that kind of pisses me off, because I think that there's a lot to be learned from not just this platform, but just, you know, I'm gonna try to teach y'all mechanically how things work. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a professional, and the little things that I know, I want to make sure that the younger generation, or the guys that are younger, they don't make the same mistakes that I make. Things like you know, colder intakes, catbacks exhaust, and you know, stupid mods that can be expensive, and at the end of the day you're just wasting your money in getting them. And you know, that's another thing is lately the car scene has become nothing but a show-off scene, and nobody's really happy with what they have anymore. It's like, you can ask me, whenever I first got into the S550, I had a base model EcoBoost Mustang, and I couldn't be happier. Even though I had friends that had performance pack GTs, I was super happy with what I had. And yes, I made a lot of mistakes modifying the car. At the end of the day, it ended up blowing up, but you know, it taught me a lot because it blew up. I learned how to swap the engine myself. Because I had the slower car, I learned how to make that platform quicker and faster, and I learned a lot of things off of mistakes. But you know, if I can save the younger guys a lot of money, a lot of time, headaches on things that aren't worth to get, and really just focus on the important modifications, on the things that really matter, such as, for one, yourself and you becoming a better driver, then, you know, I think that's gonna go a long way. I hope a lot of people actually pay attention and realize, hey, I don't need to be comparing myself to the guy next door. And because at the end of the day, you get a car because you want to be happy with what you have, and that car is gonna give you satisfaction every single time you get in it, not because you got the baddest car on the block or the fastest car on the block. At the end of the day is what it means to you. So well, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, give this a shot if you have a manual MT82 Mustang, or even a Shelby GT350. If you just want to go faster, have faster shifting. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.